I love you, bitch.
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome and weight loss because it's something I have been experiencing a lot as of recently. And I experience imposter syndrome a lot just in my life in general. But I just have felt it come on more about my weight loss than it has in the past, or a lot more than it has in the past. And I have also talked to some other people and I realized that I'm not alone in this. So we're making a video about it because I think it's an important topic to talk about. But first, I have a sponsor, guys. Somebody wanted to sponsor ya girl. How exciting is that? And so we're going to talk about that right now. Today's video is sponsored by none other than Skillshare. And Skillshare is actually a platform that I used before they even emailed me to sponsor me. So I'm super excited to be able to talk to you about them today and to give you a really dope offer. So let's just get into it. Let's learn about Skillshare, shall we? Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and there's a lot more, guys. Like, there's so much content on Skillshare. It's for everyone, creatives and curious people, lifelong learners, real working creatives, or beginners, pros, dabblers, and masters. Guys, I'm a professional graphic designer. That's what I do for a living, and I still watch graphic design classes on there because, in my opinion, I don't think you can ever stop learning about stuff like that. Skillshare members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions of people. Most classes are 60 minutes with short lessons, so it makes it easy to fit them into your daily schedule. That is one thing I really like about Skillshare is it's not like one long form video. It's like a lot of the courses are like tiny little sections. And so you can like watch one, go do something else, come back, that kind of stuff, and it just makes it a lot easier to fit in. What I've been really enjoying is Discovering Success: 7 Exercises to Uncover Your Purpose, Passion, and Path. The teacher is Emma Gannon, and I really enjoy this class because she really helps you kind of put it into perspective about finding your own success in your own personal life and not really caring about what the societal norms tell you is successful. And as a creative person, I feel like this is a really kind of hard thing to come to terms with and to kind of find a definitive answer for. And it actually has 7 different documents that you kind of fill out with her, and they're really good. I have done them and they're super helpful. Just kind of going inside of yourself and seeing what you consider success and what you actually like doing is a very cool thing to do. This is definitely one that I would recommend for anybody kind of dealing with this internal issue, because she lays it out really, really well, and she has managed to find her own personal success, and she has a British accent, so she's really easy to listen to. I really like Skillshare because it is ad-free as well. So like you pay for your Skillshare subscription, but you don't get ads. So your learning isn't interrupted, which is really nice. And Skillshare was actually kind enough to provide me with a link for you guys. And the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link below in the description will get a free trial of premium membership, and so you can explore your creativity. And I think in the panini that we have been in for the last almost year, exploring different facets of your creativity is really important. That's why I started this channel, is to just do something different because I was so bored. And so what better way to do that than to join Skillshare and use the link, because you get a free trial and free is good. So yeah, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I really, really appreciate it. They were super nice to me because this video was supposed to be going up a while ago. But then everything with my grandpa happened and I had to go home. So yes, they're super kind, and thank you so much for dealing with me and my late video, Skillshare, and everybody. Trust me, I really love this service, and I think you will too. So yeah, go check it out below. Link will be down there. First 1,000 people get a free trial. Woo! Okay. So like I mentioned, I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome today, and particularly imposter syndrome with weight loss, because I have experienced imposter syndrome a lot throughout my life, like personally, professionally, with my health and weight loss stuff. I've experienced that a lot, and I just feel like it's a really important thing to talk about because I feel like a lot of people might experience this, and so I just wanted to be like, hey, you're not alone, so let's just get into it. So a lot of people are probably like, Megan, what the hell is imposter syndrome? What are you talking about? So I took to the internet to find a solidified definition for you because that's the best way I can explain it. It says imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon, imposterism, fraud syndrome, or the imposter experience, is a psychological pattern in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. And like I said, I've dealt with this a lot in my life. I deal with it a lot personally or professionally, especially with like freelance projects and YouTube projects and stuff like that. I never know how much to like price my services or anything like that because I'm just constantly worried that I don't have enough accomplishments or I'm not talented enough or whatever. And I've really been thinking about it a lot in terms of my weight loss, especially now that YouTube's kind of come into the picture because I do have a lot more people following me for weight loss and health advice, and I'm so grateful for that. I just want to put that out there. I love the community I have garnered on this channel. It's amazing and it's super nice, and it's actually helped me a lot more than it's harmed me. But like the imposter syndrome-ness has gotten, I've just been thinking about it a lot more. It hasn't gotten worse. I've just been thinking about it a lot more. And so that's why I wanted to talk about it. Like I said, I gained about 20 pounds back of my 115-pound weight loss in 2020. How fitting, 20 pounds in 2020. Thank you, C word, that I'm trying not to say in my videos anymore because I feel like YouTube is like not pushing my shit out because I talk about it freely, which apparently we can't do. So I'm just gonna call it the C word, which interpreted however you want is accurate. So yeah, but so I gained 20 pounds last year, and honestly, I took last year off. I felt like it was good for my mental health. I kind of didn't have a choice, but like I did not have a choice, but like things just got a lot harder. And so yeah, and I don't mind talking about that. I think it's really important to be transparent about that. But even talking about it still just stings a little bit because I am really hard on myself. And so when I went home a few weeks ago, I was talking to my friend about my weight loss. And I mentioned that I had gained 20 pounds last year and whatever. And then I kind of like stopped myself and I was like, but that's still like a 95 to like 100-pound loss. So like I really shouldn't be feeling disappointed in myself, but I am. And like, yeah, that's just how it goes. But it really got me thinking about why I feel this way and why I feel like I'm not enough and why I'm not proud enough of my accomplishments, because losing 95 or 100 pounds is a pretty substantial accomplishment. And so it really, like I said, it really got me thinking. And I had to tie it back to social media, because don't we have to tie everything back to social media, right? Like, it's just changed the way we look at so many things. And I think health and fitness and weight loss are three of the major things it has forced us to look at differently and not necessarily in a better way. As we know, like, nobody talks about ugly stuff online. Social media profiles are highlight reels. They are the best of people's lives. People don't want to talk about the bad stuff that happens in their life. People don't want to talk about mistakes or setbacks. Sorry, I'm burpy. I was drinking coffee. Or setbacks or just not glamorous things. And arguably they don't want to talk about the things that make us humans. And so I think it really contributes to people in turn not feeling proud enough of their accomplishments because they don't match what these people are portraying online. And so that's why I try and be as transparent as possible. I talk about my mental health struggles. I talk about my weight gain. I talk about eating fucking Chinese food and Dunkin' Donuts. I talked about that in the video that went viral, for Pete's sake. Like, I literally said, yeah, I just ate a plate of fruit, but I also ate Chinese takeout and Dunkin' Donuts in the same day. And nobody talks about that. Like, and I just have this suspicion that that's why, as a group of people, especially like my generation, we are constantly not feeling proud of ourselves and not feeling talented enough, not feeling accomplished enough, because it always seems like someone's out there doing better. And that's just not the case. It's just what they show online. Having been in the weight loss community for so long on social media, like even before YouTube happened, just following people and whatever, the highlight reel phenomenon thing has really, really become apparent to me. And especially now that I have since lost weight, I have realized how much of a highlight reel these profiles really are. And I just wish it would change. Not a lot of the people I follow show the ups and downs of weight loss. Not a lot of people I follow show the regresses in weight loss or the cycle of weight loss, because progress isn't linear. And that's something I always have to remind myself, is that progress is not linear. But the way it's portrayed on social media, it does seem very linear. I went from here to here, nowhere in between. No struggles in between. Yeah, like people will talk about like, oh, there were struggles. I wanted to give up so many times. But like, show those times too. It's not that hard. Like I feel like I'm getting really worked up in this video, but I know I never am when I say that. But like, yeah. And I'm not really I've never been one to let comparison be the death of me. I know that might be debatable based on what I show in my videos, because I am talking about it a lot. But like, it really, like, it does get to me in a sense, but like not a whole lot. But where it does get to me more often is with weight loss and weight loss influencers, in particular the ones that have had weight loss surgery. I see these people who have had weight loss surgery who are constantly in the gym and like have these perfect diets and eating just the right amount of food and blah, blah, blah. And like, that's great. And I'm really proud of them. But like, I've been told a lot, and this is just how it's been. I've been told a lot from people who have had weight loss surgery that they're really happy to have found me because I don't talk about that stuff all the time, and I'm very open about not going to the gym all the time and my diet not being perfect and whatever. And though I have this like positive reinforcement from people, I'm constantly worried that like, as a upcoming budding influencer, that like I'm not doing enough, and I'm not accomplished enough, and I'm not like fit enough, and like, it's this weird thing that I just can't shake. And I know it's irrational, but that's the whole premise of imposter syndrome, is that it is irrational, because not everybody's progress looks the same. And that's the like whole point of this video, is to point out that progress doesn't look the same on everybody, and I think we need to talk about that more. Even before YouTube happened, like when I started losing weight and whatever, people were telling me that like I was an inspiration, and they were coming to me for tips and tricks and whatever, and I would give them to them because I had them and I had things that worked for me. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm constantly thinking, but like, I'm not the most successful person. I'm not perfect. I don't go to the gym all the time. I don't eat well all the time. I eat a lot of processed foods. Are they like healthier options? Sure. But like, I don't eat like acai bowls all the time and like grass-fed chicken all the time. I just don't. And that's not what helped me lose weight either. And so I'm just constantly worrying like I am spewing the wrong information because I do not match what influencers before me have talked about. And I think that's where a lot of people's confusion comes in too with their own journeys, whether or not they're online as well, or like publishing it online as well. I just feel like that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. I've noticed since talking to a lot of people as well that a lot of people also feel this way, especially like other influencers that I talk to, because like we don't all just preach like going to the gym 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and we don't preach eating fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and whatever for every single meal of the day, because that's just not realistic for a lot of people. And that's the big issue too, is I feel like with the rise of social media, one correct way, or there's like one way that's like correct to lose weight or like one way that's portrayed to be the correct way to lose weight, both with surgery and without. And I think it all ties back to people only showing their very before picture and their very after picture. Nowhere in between. No after the after. Like, I could do an after the after. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that the day this video comes up. I will post an after the after. I will show you a photo at my lowest weight, and I will show you a photo of it now, because I think that is something that is super important to talk about and needs to be talked about more. Regain is normal. All that shit's normal, but it's just not portrayed on Instagram. And I think that's where a lot of people's self-doubts come from. I feel like I'm rambling, to be completely honest. Like, I made a script about this, but like, I've just been feeling some sort of way about all of this for a while. And I feel like it's hard for me to kind of fully explain what I'm talking about. And I'm probably sure you're all like, Megan, what are you on about? Like, what are you talking about? And the premise of this whole video, or the premise of me making this video, is just to tell you that you're doing fine. And that social media can be really dangerous. And to not take everything I say or everything anybody else online who talks about health and wellness and weight loss says as gospel, because that's just not how it should be. And I feel like that's how it's made to be, and that's how it's been made to be, and that's nobody's fault. Like, that's just nobody's fault. I'm not like calling anybody out here. I just feel that's just the name of the game and how social media works. And unless there are like blatant medical issues with how you are going about like your path to health or your path to weight loss or anything, unless there's like blatant medical issues with what you are doing, it doesn't matter. Because if it's working for you, that's all that matters. And I'm not saying like go out and eat McDonald's for every meal of the day and just say you're trying to get healthier and that's gonna work. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. But like, it doesn't matter how you get there, just as long as it works for you and it's healthy. And don't let these impossible standards like eat you up inside, because I went through a period like that and it's not fun. It made me doubt myself a lot. If there's anything I've learned over the whole process of losing weight, it's how vastly different everybody's body is and how vastly different everybody's weight loss process is, both weight loss surgery or not. I think I went into it thinking that one way that was portrayed on Instagram was going to work for me. And then when it didn't, I was super confused. And now it did. Like, now I found my way to make it work. I lost 100 pounds and I still don't feel like I did it the right way, because I still see the same kind of stuff being portrayed all the time. And like, yeah, like I kind of see it as like I did what I had to do to get healthy, and I made the lifestyle change, and my lifestyle has changed, and I really don't think it'll ever change back. But I think we see a lot of people on Instagram and whatever who were not athletic before, and then they decided to lose weight, and now they are athletic and they're super into the gym and they're super into like super clean nutrition and whatever, which is great. Like, if that works for them, that's awesome. But I think that's all we see. And I don't want to like toot my own horn, which is kind of ironic with the whole purpose of this video, but like, I think that's kind of like what my niche is like, yeah, I exercise, yeah, I eat like somewhat healthy, yeah, I've lost 100 pounds, but also fitness is not my entire life, and it doesn't really have to be. I don't foresee myself gaining my weight back. Have I experienced regain? Yeah. Am I going to amp it up a little bit this year to get that back off? Sure. But am I going to become like a triathlon athlete? Absolutely not. Nope. No, I am not. And I think a lot of things that aren't taken into consideration either, like it goes into how everybody's body is different and how everybody's process is different. It's that everybody's life circumstances are different too. I have to keep reminding myself too that just because my life circumstances have changed and that has caused me to gain weight, that my other accomplishments are not diminished by that, you know? And I think that's what a lot of people have to deal with. I've talked to some people who have experienced regain and who are feeling extremely disappointed in themselves, but I always remind them, and I have to be better at reminding myself that that doesn't diminish the success you've had. And just because your success looks different than other people's doesn't mean it's any better or any worse. It's still success. And like I said, we've been in the middle of a panini for almost a year now. And did I let my diet slip last year? Absolutely, for sure. But did other things in my life change that could have that could have contributed to my weight gain? Also true. I did not realize how much working in an office setting regulated my eating habits, but holy shit, did it ever. And I have no doubt in my mind that was also a main contributor to my weight gain. See, hello, Miss Curry. You have not said hello to everybody in a very long time. But yeah, I also feel like there's just other things other than you letting your diet slip that contribute to weight gain. And sometimes that is the main cause, but there's other external factors as well. I also hate home workouts. I hate it. I like going to a gym, and having to adapt to having to work out at home has been a huge adjustment, let me tell you. And so I have no doubt that also contributed to my weight gain last year as well. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to show you that progress is not linear and success is not linear. If there's anything you take away from this video, please let it be that progress and success are not linear, and there's no right or wrong way to have well, I mean, there are wrong ways, but you get what I'm saying. There's no one way to have progress, and there's no one way to have success. If you feel like you have been successful, that's all that matters. And don't compare yourself to all the people online. Oh my god, my film's gonna run out. If you are actively making changes in your life and you are getting healthier and you are achieving the goals that you want to change, like I said, unless there's any overt medical problem or it's causing you or others harm, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. And that's all that matters. And that's all I've really got. And I feel like this video is really confusing. I'm going to do my best to edit it down because I've just been rambling. But yeah, I really just wanted to talk about this because I've been feeling it heavy, and I feel like with people gaining weight in quarantine, other people have been feeling it really heavy as well. And not all of us have the luxury to form a home gym or whatever. We kind of just had to make it work. And that's the best we could do, you know? And I think it's really contributing to a lot of people's perceptions of their own successes and their own, amazing things that they've done, myself included. And I just wanted to let you guys know, if you are feeling that way, that you are 100% not alone and that you are doing just fine. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. Thank you so much to Skillshare again for sponsoring this video. I can't believe I got my first sponsor. I feel so official. If you want more of me, all my links will be down below, and the link to my merch store will be down below. You can find my merch below my videos. I'm just really proud of it, so that's why I'm shouting it out. You could also find the links to my Etsy store, my Patreon, my Discord, which is an amazing place if you are ever feeling imposter syndrome-y. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. here. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble about nothing for however long this video is. And yeah, be kind to yourself. Stay kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. I love you. You should love you too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.